Have you ever wondered how us humans got to this point? Join me and let's have a talk on what I think and what I believe about the universe and the planets around us. Maybe I can connect with all of you and see your thoughts. Maybe you guys can give me explanations that I might not have for myself. The first thing I want to mention is that myself, I am a believer in God, not the God that everybody says, like the man in the clouds, but I believe in my heart that Allah is the God of all the universes. He is none like his creation. So we can't even perceive what God would look like. That to me makes sense, because if we can perceive how God looks, that wouldn't make him God. If he is truly all powerful, then he wouldn't be able to go into his creation, because that would make him less powerful. We are very limited as human beings, and knowing that God is unlimited in power, in knowledge, and everything, he wouldn't really come down to earth or go into our eyes, which he created, which Dr. Munir said in the last video. So I want to talk to you guys about things that made me believe in Allah and not any other God that other religions perceive. So stick with me and let's go through my journey and how all of my life led me to believing in Allah. So the first eye-opening thing for me was my little cousin passing away, which was really devastating on me and my family. I always thought, if God was this nice being, that he was all loving, why would he take such a little girl like her, which was 2 years old? Why would he let all these tragedies happen to not only her, but other people around the world? Honestly, the reply I got from people around the world, the best reply that I have gotten was from an imam in Kitchener, Ontario, which let me know that God is all-powerful, all-loving, but he's also all-knowing. So him being all-knowing, we only see the little pixel, and he sees the whole picture. So that opened my mind, because God knows what will happen to her later on, and God knows where he will take her. So all we know is what happens to us now, and we don't know what will happen after. So if God took her, maybe he took her to a better place, or maybe he knew something bad would happen to her in the future and he didn't let that happen and he took her. This stuff really put me at peace in my heart, and it made me think a lot about other tragedies that happen around the world. And it doesn't really let me get sad, because deep in my heart I know that there's a creator that is going to take care of us, no matter if he takes us from this life to the next, or if we're still living this life and we're going through hardship. I know deep in my heart, and I believe that he will take care of us and he will let us pass through all of these with ease. This is one of the reasons why I started trying to get to know God and trying to get to know what his traits are and why he put us here. What is the reason for all of these things that are happening around the world? It really got me thinking, so I learned more, and as I got learning more about God, honestly, the things that I found out were amazing. And the first thing that I found out was science always changes. And keep that in mind. For you who believe in science, the science of 100 years ago is not the same science that it is today. So if you only believe in science, that is a very scary thing to do, because today we might not know what is going to happen later on, and maybe today what you believe 100 years later, people will be making fun of what we believe now. So you can never trust it, and everything is changing. We're finding new things, we're finding new planets, new things that blow our minds even today, as we send telescopes into the universe and check out our galaxy, and the things that we find are really mind-blowing. Yeah, so I would recommend not to just believe in science, because there are things in this life that you don't need proof only from our five senses. There are things that you can prove with your intellect and logic. For example, you see order in this life, the water going up to the sky, into clouds, and then raining upon the plants, which give us fruit, give us oxygen, and let us live. So all of that cycle just seems so perfectly planned. All of that being inside a planet in the universe, which is smaller than a grain of sand compared to the whole universe. Just thinking about this would make you believe, honestly, truly, if you're really open-minded. Start thinking more and try to learn more. And the more you learn, honestly, the more you get closer to believing in a God, in my opinion, because just in this earth alone, not talking about the other universes and whatever is outside of our universe, just in our own earth, which is really tiny, as I said, compared to our universe, there's a million things that we have seen and would make you think about all this order that is going on around us. And in your heart, you will start noticing more and more order in this world the more you learn about it. So I would recommend to all of you, learn about biology, learn about all the animals, the plants, the universe, the galaxy, learn about it and put your heart into thinking, is there order here? And you will find out that there is order in everything. Even some things that we didn't know back then that had order, today we find out that they do. And everything in this world seems to have a reason. Stuff that really have reasons for its existence has someone who created them for that reason. For example, the person who created this camera that is recording me, there's a reason for this camera. Knowing that logically, I don't have to know it has all these chips inside and the lens and everything to prove to me that there is or isn't a creator, because all I need is the reason behind it, and because of reason there's some intelligence behind it. So these are my thoughts about believing in a creator. If you guys have any reply to me, please don't hesitate. I understand that this is very controversial. I truly want to know what you guys believe and what you guys think the reason for this universe is and the reason why we were brought here in the first place. You can all assume, for example, that the reason why we're here are from our parents, but honestly, did they get to choose truly for us to be here? The sperm cell, for example, did our parents really choose which sperm cell is gonna go into the ovum? These thoughts, if you go to depth with them, you will find that the choice isn't really ours for anything in this life, and everything that happens has its own order. Every time we try to mess with it or do something about it, we always mess it up for ourselves. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I'll be sure to make a follow-up video, maybe with another imam or maybe with someone who knows more about science. So if you guys have any questions or just want to let people know what you guys think, let them know down in the comments. Hit the like button to help me out and share this video to everybody, and let's get a community going and see what we can learn from each other. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time.